Hello, Michael. Good day. Please, I've made you a presenter so you can start sharing your screen. So
All right.
can let's start sharing with the mandatory training. Yeah.
Okay, good evening to all of you. I'm just about starting the mandatory training.
Michael, please the sound. So stop sharing and start sharing again. When you are sharing, you enable the sound because we can't hear anything. Thank you. So you can stop sharing. Hello, Michael, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, Michael. Okay, good. I think Michael's network is having some difficulties, so let me start. Okay. Okay, Michael, you can start sharing again. Make sure you enable the sound and then. Hello, Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, Shafi, I can hear you.
Okay, so you can start sharing your screen again, but make sure that you enable the sound.
You got hacked.
Hacked? What do you?
Okay, I hope I can be heard now. I'm
That's
starting all
okay.
over again. Right.
The number of cybercrime attacks continues to grow exponentially. Keeping pace with this growth are the criminals who carry out these attacks and the novel methods by which they accomplish their goal. Methods that can overcome even the largest organizations with the strongest security measures.
Well, I guess we should just get started.
Sure. We can bring him up to speed once he gets here.
Oh, sorry. I'm late. Sorry. I had to do that Microsoft update and it took a little longer than I expected. You both work in IT and you don't know about the update? The one with the patch.
How exactly did you come across this update?
It was earlier this morning when I ran a Google search for Amazon.
I'll go notify the security team of the situation.
Security team? Did I do something wrong?
There's really no easy way to say this. You got hacked.
Hacked? What are you talking about?
When you ran the Google search for Amazon, do you remember, did the top result have the word ad next to it?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
Hackers can manipulate the ad search results that come up at the top of a search list when we run sites like Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, or other popular websites.
Manipulate.
When you run a Google search for a website, oftentimes what comes up at the top of the list of results is no ad result. This is something the owner of the site has.
I think Michael is having some difficulty with his network, but I hope he can quickly resolve that and then can continue. Okay, Michael, good. You can continue. Michael, I don't think we can hear you. We can't hear anything. So kindly stop sharing and start sharing again so that we can hear the audio. Thank you.
To download the update, you really download it.
Hello, Michael. Okay, if that is, you kindly start the presentation. Kindly start sharing your slides. Forget about the mandatory training, and then let's go straight to the presentation. If you can hear me, just start sharing your presentation slides, and then you can start with the presentation. Sorry, guys, I think Michael's network is giving him some headache. But I'm sure he will join us soon, and then we can start the presentation. Yeah, thank you.
The number of cybercrime attacks continues to grow exponentially. Keeping pace with this growth are the criminals who carry out these attacks and the novel methods by which they accomplish their goal. Methods that can overcome even the largest organizations with the strongest security measures.
Well, I guess we should just get started.
Sure. We can bring him up to speed once he gets here.
Oh, sorry. I'm late. Sorry. I had to do that Microsoft update and it took a little longer than I expected. You both work in IT and you don't know about the update? The one with the patch.
How exactly did you come across this update?
It was earlier this morning when I ran a Google search for Amazon.
I'll go notify the security team of the situation.
Security team? Did I do something wrong?
There's really no easy way to say this. You got hacked.
Hacked? What are you talking about?
When you ran the Google search for Amazon, do you remember, did the top result have the word ad next to it?
Yeah, I think so. Why?
Hackers can manipulate the ad search results that come up at the top of a search list when we run searches for sites like Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, or other popular websites.
What do you mean manipulate?
When you run a Google search for a website, oftentimes what comes up at the top of the list of results is known as an ad result. This is something the owner of the site has paid for in Google AdWords to ensure their site comes up at the top of the list. Thing is, these ad results can be less secure than the normal organic results, which often appear just under the paid-for ad.
And by less secure, you mean that hackers are actually in control of the link?
Exactly. A hacker creates a Google AdWords account and creates their own Amazon ad that looks identical to the real Amazon ad. However, the URL that they direct you to when you click on the ad is not Amazon. Rather, it's a scam site. And in this case, a scam to have you download a fake patch from Microsoft. This is an obvious abuse of the Google platform, and once discovered, it's immediately taken down.
But sometimes not soon enough.
That's right. In fact, in one particular case, this malvertising, as it's called, was up for 4 hours before it was finally taken down.
So what do you think the hackers accomplished by tricking me into clicking on that malvertising link?
When you click to download the update, you downloaded some form of malware, which will allow the hackers to move from your computer onto our network. Once on the network, they can search for any information they want, like our clients' personally identifiable information, which they can then use for their own identity theft scams, or they can sell on the dark web.
Ugh, wonderful.
I do have some good news. The security team said we caught this early enough that they should be able to get out in front of it and minimize the damage.
That is good news. This will also serve as a good learning experience for all of us. But they're always coming up with new scams, and that's why we constantly have to be on alert for anything unexpected or that seems suspicious in order to keep ourselves and our organizations secure.
All right, pardon me for the fluctuation in my internet connectivity. Should I play the video one more time, or we can just go straight to the quiz?
Let's go straight to the quiz.
All right. Okay, so all 4 of them are true or false. I read, malware infections can only happen by clicking on suspicious link found in emails or text message. Is this true or false? A malware infection can only happen by clicking on suspicious link found in emails or text messages. True or false? Anybody?
It's true.
It's true. All right, thank you. Secondly, if user falls for a malvertising attack, they might be prompted to download malware compromising their computer and the network. Is that true or false? If a user falls for a malvertising attack, they might be prompted to download a malware that may be compromising their computer and the network. Is this true or false?
It's definitely gonna be true.
All right, thank you. And then criminals paying for ad results on popular search engines are incapable of disguising their results to look like another site such as Amazon or Facebook. So criminals are always playing tricks with us. And paying for ads results on popular search engines are incapable of disguising their results to look like another website like Amazon or Facebook. Is that true or false?
That's true.
That is true. All right, thank you. Then the last one, the first result on a search engine are the best matches. So site owners cannot manipulate where they appear on the list. Is that true or false? The first result. So when you are typing something in Google, you are searching something in Google, the first thing that you get, and if that matches what you're looking for, the site owners cannot manipulate where they appear on the list. Is that true or false?
That's false.
That is
It's
false.
false.
Okay. All right. So let's see how we did. Oops. I think we made a mistake somewhere. Where could that be? Where could that be? What could that be? Let me reset it one more time. A malware infection can only happen by clicking suspicious link found. No, that is false. That I know. If a user falls for malvertising attack, they might be prompted. That is true. Criminals paying for ad results on popular search engines are capable of disguising. That is that true or false? They are capable. That can
If they are capable, that means I will say it's false.
is false. And then the last one is false, I guess. Let's complete it one more time. And bingo. All right. So without wasting much time, let's go straight into it. Last week, we had a presentation on cryptography and its techniques. Today, we are looking at distributed denial of service. At the end of the seminar, we want to know what denial of distributed denial of service attacks are, the effects of these attacks, types of distributed denial of service attack, and then the motivation behind hackers doing distributed denial of service attacks, how it works, and then we look at how you can detect when you are having such attacks. Then we look at the preventive measures, and then we conclude. So let me quickly go straight. Okay, so a brief history of distributed denial of service attacks, DDoS. The first DDoS attack happened in 1996 when one of the oldest internet service providers called Panix was knocked offline for some days. After that, there's been several DDoS attacks here and there. So because of that, Cisco has predicted that distributed denial of service will double from 7.9 million in 2018 to more than 15 million by the end of this year. So let's look at what it is. The world today heavily depends on internet. You all agree with me that we all use internet lately. There is no day that you can't go online unless you are out of coverage area. So as we depend heavily on the internet, we give attackers more opportunities to attack us and to exploit us. In fact, according to a survey that was conducted by Computer Security Institute, in the last 6 years, between 17 to 32% of some organizations were targeted of a DOS attack. And every year, companies and governments spend millions and millions of dollars to avoid and recover from these DOS attacks. Now, if you look at the graphic presentation that I'm showing you right now, between 2022 and 2023, there has been several DDoS attack threats. And then the first one you can see on my extreme left, 1,435 attacks are mitigated daily by Microsoft. And then in October 2022, we have a highest recording of 2,215 attacks. These attacks are heavily, targeted at healthcare organizations such as the Pfizer, WHO, CVS, and all that, because they have the most money. On my extreme right top corner, we can see 89% of DDoS attacks happen under an hour. So they hold their attack for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and then they are gone. Then the last but not the least, we have the attack vectors. If you can see the three colors, these are the three main types of DOS attack. And then the network-based attack records the highest of 63%. So what is DOS and what is DDoS attack? So DDoS or DOS attack basically is denial of service attack. It is an attack that is meant to shut down a machine or network, making it impossible for the user to have access to it. DOS attack accomplish this by flooding the target with traffic or sending information that triggers a crash. In both instances, the DOS attack deprives the legitimate user, such as the employees, members, or account holders of the service or resource they are expected. So this one, the attacker or the hacker uses only a single internet connection for the exploit. So as we are mentioning denial of service, I want to chip in this example. Imagine you are studying for an exam and your mom or your dad or your best friend collects your phone. The phone may be helping you to do some research work here and there, or you may be even listening to music as some motivation. And if they collect this phone, then you are denied the service of calling offered by your phone. So we are looking at the denial of service. I earlier on spoke about denial of service. We are looking at the distributed denial of service. That is the escalated one. So basically, the attacker launch using multiple connected devices. So this is the attacker. He uses a botnet and is able to compromise the server, flooding traffic onto the target server, making the server have slow in assessing the target. It makes the one who is supposed to access the target and the server very, very difficult for the person to have access to that server. Now, what does a distributed denial of service attack, what does it attack? So these attacks are launched from multiple computers. As I said earlier on, the machine involved could number hundreds or even thousands or more. The machines are usually added to a hacker's network by means of malware. So earlier on when we watched the the video that we played, we saw the malware happening there. So the DDoS attacks are normally worse than the DOS attack. These attack software systems like Windows, Linux, the Mac operating system, and the likes. It's also attack our network, our routers. So it attacks network routers like our Wi-Fi, and also it attacks servers like our database servers, web servers, and even our computers, etc. So what does the effect of distributed denial of service attack, have on us? First of all, we can talk about loss of revenue. Imagine a company like Amazon, a shopping company is being attacked. Every minute they will be losing money because people will be wanting to go onto their website to make some purchases on their website. But once the website is attacked, they lose money. At the same time, there's loss of productivity. Like I said earlier on, we all use our computers or we use the internet for our work. Once the website or the internet is compromised, once there is a DDoS attack, there is very little we can do to work efficiently. And then there is damage to brand reputation. If your customers can trust the availability, or they can trust the availability of your website, they always come there and they always know when to come or where to go when they need something. But in a case where your website is constantly attacked, they can give bad reviews on the website and bring the brand of that website down. And then the final point, the effect of DDoS attack, is a ransom cost. Yes, even though we say it is not wise to pay ransom cost, most companies are forced to pay because if you have your website being hijacked for hours and you are losing money, and then this attacker reaches out to you and tell you, pay $1,000 for me to leave your website for you to continue your business, you are most likely to agree to that terms. Now we are going to look at the classification of distributed denial of service attacks. They are in four main classes. The first one has to do with the bandwidth consumption. So attacks will consume all your bandwidth or your data on your network. The second one is resource starvation. Attackers will consume your system resource, mainly your computer processing units, your memory, your storage space, until it's exhausted. So you can imagine when these systems are exhausted, it makes your computer run very, very slowly. Then the third one is programming flaws. You have the failure of some application or OS components to handle exceptional conditions. Thereby, unexpected data is sent to vulnerable components. Then the last classification is the routing and the domain name system attack. Now we have three main types of distributed denial of service attack. The first one is the volumetric attack, which is the highest. That accounts for 64% of all the three attacks. In the volumetric attack, the attackers send as much traffic as possible to a site in order to exceed the server's capacity. Example is the UDP flood attack. So for example, a server may receive 60 or 70 megabits per second, but then the attacker will be sending more and more, maybe 500 or 1,000 megabits per second, flooding the system. The system, in this case, gets overwhelmed and is unable to work effectively. Then the second type of distributed denial of service that we have is the protocol-based attack that accounts for only 20%. Hackers intentionally send ping messages or incomplete packets while the network is attempting to verify just one of them. Other built up behind it. As a result, the network or website become very, very slow and goes onto a standstill. Example is ping to death. Okay, then the final one is application layer attack. These attacks are very, very difficult to detect since attackers typically make requests in the manner of normal users. As a result, these attacks frequently manifest as minor traffic spikes and do not need assistance of a botnet. It is important to note that while distributed denial of service attacks fall into these three main categories that I've mentioned, some attacks may have a combination, either the volumetric and the application layer going at the same time. Okay, so we are going to look at the reason behind distributed denial of service. I mean, why hackers want to use denial of service to attack companies. So we talk about financial gains. It's a means of extorting money, expression of anger and criticism. So for example, if there's this website that is not promoting my likes, or I don't like their ideas, I can tend to flood or use distributed denial of service to hold that website from functioning for a while. And then it's also a means to seek revenge. It's also a training ground for other attacks. So as DDoS is going on, other attacks can also bypass that and then hit your computer. Then there could be competition, and then finally to disrupt private or government enterprise operations. And then finally, but not the least, I can add this, it's also for fun. Some people use that for fun. Okay, so how do you know if there is an attack happening or if you've been attacked? Not all disruption to service as a result of a DOS attack. There may be technical problems with a particular network. However, the following symptoms that has been allowed here can, give you the indication that there's an attack happening. So the first one is when you realize that your network is extremely slow. You have slow network performance. It could be an indication that you are being attacked. There's an unavailability of a particular website. So you keep, typing that website. You type it on the address bar, you enter a number of times a website that you have visited before, but you keep visiting that site for another day and it's not coming. It shows that website may be under attack. Then inability to access any website or any resource. Then finally, dramatic increase in the amount of spam received in your account. So when you see a lot of spam coming into your mail, just be careful. So these are common message that you normally see when there's a distributed denial of service attack that is happening. So you type into your website, you wait a while, you see the cursor going round, and there's no response. It tells you that network time out. That means that you have been attacked. And then actions to be taken when you are attacked. When you realize that you've been attacked, what are you going to do? First of all, disconnect from the internet, whether Wi-Fi or LAN, just disconnect. And then contact your network administrator, and then contact your internet service provider if you are in the house. Now let's look at real life attacks that has happened in the past. These are some few examples of real life attacks. In January 2001, there's this company called Register.com. It's a web hosting company that hosts a lot of websites. It was attacked, and which lasted for a whole week, disrupting a lot of websites that they host. Also, in February 2007, more than 10,000 online game servers, such as Run to Castle and many others, were attacked by a hacker group. And then finally, on August 2009, several social media sites, including Twitter, our own Facebook, LiveJournal, and Google blocking pages, were all hit by the DOS attack. Now, how can we prevent DOS attack? Well, there are no effective ways to prevent DOS attack, but however, these ways may help. So first of all, installing a firewall that protects malicious traffic from entering. And then you can also install antivirus software and keep them updated at all times. Also, early detection can mitigate damage before it escalates. So once you see or you are able to detect that there is an attack, you can take some measures that can help from further damage. Then we can also use more than one server. If we have 2 or 3 different servers sitting at the various locations, where if you have one in America, one in Ghana, the one in America can have your backup so that when you are attacked on the Ghana one, you are safe. You don't lose too many things. And then the use of cloud computing services like Amazon Workspace and Azure and what have you can also help. And then finally, increasing more bandwidth can prevent unclogging of data. Now, another thing is monitoring. When you are monitoring your network, and the last time we did some hands-on on Wireshark, so we can use Wireshark also to monitor the network. So in conclusion, distributed denial of service is currently the most expensive computer crime for victim organization. No matter how secured a system is, it is not possible to completely prevent distributed denial of service attack. An attack where for every hour somebody is trying to, launch that attack should tell you that no matter how hard you try, you just be on the alert. It is also important to adhere to all the proactive distributed denial of service defense measures. Like I said earlier on, having an up-to-date antivirus and employing the services of a strong firewall will do the job. So on this note, I come to the end of my presentation. If you have any questions or suggestions or additions, the floor is open. Thank you very much. Hello, can I be heard?
Yes, Michael Corte, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay,
And it is a wonderful presentation.
thank you.
I really enjoyed listening to your presentation, and I know the other members also here the same, but still the doors are open. I just don't want to start with the questions. I want our guests and our regular members here to start asking their questions, and then later we can come up with our own questions. So for now, we're leaving the floors to the guests and the regular members here to ask questions on distributed denial of service, because we can't talk about cybersecurity without talking about distributed or denial of service. Okay, we have
Absolutely,
DOS,
because
denial of service.
this cyber security with the CIA tried, availability is key, and if you are denied that service, you may not be able to fully understand cybersecurity. So that's it.
Exactly. Exactly. So the floors are open for any questions from our members here. If you have any question, you can raise your hand, and then I'll call you to ask your question. If you have any suggestion, you can do so. Thank you. Okay, in the absence of any question, my question is, it has to do with your personal life and then where you've studied cybersecurity. Because per your presentation, you've really exhibited that you are kind of, you've really understood what distributed denial of service is and what cybersecurity is. So where did you get your studies from? Where did you study cybersecurity from? Can you please tell us?
Okay, so I'm fortunate to be one of the students of the cybersecurity class with Soft Africa. That is where I am learning right now. However, I have a first degree in information technology, but we didn't do anything close to cybersecurity. Yes, so basically, that's it.
Right. So for how long have you been with Soft Africa? LLC?
3 months or less.
Okay, 3 months or less. That's
Yes.
good. That's good. That is all I want to know about you, because I'm so amazed, I'm so surprised at the way you're able to do justice to this particular topic and the kind of things that you put into that topic. It tells me that you have a good understanding of it. And that is what I want to know. So if you are to tell your friends out there about South Africa, what are you going to tell them? Would you advise anyone to come to South Africa, or what?
Most definitely, South Africa is the place to go when you want to learn more about cybersecurity, especially the hands-on, the practicals that you go through. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to learn a lot, and I'm privileged to be here actually. And thank you for Shafiu for your motivation, and Pradeep too has been of a good help to me. So thank you all.
Good guy. Thank you very much for all this information. The reason why I'm asking Michael Quality all these questions is Michael is a new guy who just joined South Africa to do the CompTIA Security Plus course, and he has been here for less than 3 months, as you rightly said. And this is the first time that he is presented on this particular show. So if you look at the level of maturity, the level of confidence, and the level of his understanding to cybersecurity, so amazing. That is why I'm just taking this time to ask him these questions, so that he will be some kind of, um, a push or a motivation to some of us who wants to do cybersecurity. Thank you, Michael. I don't have any question again. I don't know if Madam Janet has anything to say.
Okay, so before Madam Janet comes, I want to also express my sincere gratitude to the boss of the house, Mr. Maria Dade. He's been just wonderful. I mean, he's very understanding and patient when it comes to explaining some topics that students are not readily understanding. I'm grateful to him.
All right, Michael. Thank you very much. Janet, are you here?
Yep, I'm here. Yeah, I'd love to say a big thank you to Michael for doing this today. It was a good one. And then thank you to everyone present, most especially our first-time guests. We are happy to have you here and you are welcome. So for the purpose of our first-time guests or attendees, I'd love to talk a little bit about who we are. So SoftAfrique is a leading IT and cybersecurity firm. We currently offer a cybersecurity plus course. And from what we've heard today, we have one of our new students doing today's session. So yeah, SoftAfrique LLC Cybersecurity Plus course is designed to equip you with the knowledge, skill, and certification needed to excel in this dynamic field. Why should you choose SoftAfrique? We have a number of reasons. I'd like to talk about just a few. So first of all, we have a great industry reputation. So at SoftAfrique, we are known for delivering high quality training programs in various IT domains. With our Cybersecurity Plus course, we maintain a commitment to excellence. So if you are looking for excellence, come to SoftAfrique. We also have a flexible learning system. So we understand the demand of busy professionals, and our course offers flexible schedule options, allowing you to balance your studies with your existing commitment. We also give career support. So at SoftAfrique, we offer a career support service to help you find your right job in the cybersecurity field. We connect you with a network of employers and provide guidance on job applications and interview. Last but not least, I'd love to talk about our state-of-the-art facilities. So our students enjoy a comfortable and tech-savvy learning environment, complete with modern labs and resources to enhance your learning experience. So do not miss this opportunity. Enroll today and secure your future. So to kickstart your career in cybersecurity, we enroll every month. So do not wait till the end of the year. Right from now, if you are interested and if you are ready to become a cybersecurity expert, contact us today to learn more and secure your spot in the Cybersecurity Plus course class. So connect, follow, or subscribe to our various social media handles or platforms. You can find us on LinkedIn, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So watch out for our space. We'll be on TikTok and Thread soon. So we also have an orientation class every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's free for all who are interested. This session happens every Wednesday, same time. And so we'd love to see everyone who is here next week and every other Wednesday. Thank you so much for today's session. Have a great day or rest of day. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.